What's up everybody, Matt here once again, and today I want to do a quick little informational video for you guys on the flat piercing. Now, a flat piercing is a body piercing located on the upper part of the ear, on the cartilage, right here, this little flat section. So if you look at the mirror, you'll see a big flat section right there on your upper cartilage. That is where a flat piercing goes. Now, the flat piercing has evolved and changed a lot since, the 20 years that I've been body piercing. When I first started out, it was really made popular with people wanting to do big gauge dermal punches or cartilage removals up there. They would dermal punch out this whole area and put like a glass plug in there or something of that nature, and that was considered your flat piercings. That whole idea, originally came from, the Dayak and the Penan tribes in Borneo. They would take bullet shell casings and stuff like that and punch out large holes in their ear and wear like jaguar tusks and wear like jaguar teeth and other sorts of cool wild stuff in there. And that's where it kind of originated from, and that's where, in the early 2000s and late 90s where we body piercers got the idea to even start doing that kind of stuff. So it originally started as big gauge upper cartilage piercings. Now, slowly, over the last few years especially, it's evolved into more ornate and smaller, tinier little pieces of jewelry. You see a lot of people doing just like little 16 gauge and 14 gauge labret barbells in there, with a flat back and a little post, and you have either like a gem or a stone setting or like a ball or a flat disc on the front. That's probably the most popular thing we do nowadays. There's not too many options jewelry-wise for a flat piercing. Flat piercing is usually almost always gonna be a labret stud. So you're gonna have that flat disc on the back, your post, and then your gem or ball on the front, okay? Now, with this piercing, you're definitely gonna start off with a longer bar. So with that longer bar, you wanna make sure to leave it there for a good solid month. Now, in general, this piercing takes about 2 to 3 months to heal, okay? But you wanna leave it there for the majority of the swelling and the majority of the healing, just so it's nice and loose so it can properly and heal that area without any irritation from the jewelry itself, okay? Now, with that being said, because the jewelry is so long, it's gonna be really, really important not to sleep on it. Now, as a general rule of thumb, you shouldn't be sleeping on fresh piercings anyways, but because of this piercing and with the long jewelry and your head is right there, when you sleep on it, especially for 8 hours a night, it gets sandwiched between your head and the pillow, that tends to want to make it migrate. So it'll go from being a perfectly straight piercing to a very slanted piercing, okay? We don't want that. So, really important, don't sleep on it, build a force field around it, don't bump it, don't knock it, none of that stuff, okay? And then also should go without saying, don't ever spin it or rotate it or any of that fun stuff. Leave it alone, okay? You have a scab and then you spin and rotate, it's like picking out a scab. So we don't want to do that. And then no hydrogen peroxide, no alcohol, no Neosporin, no Bactine, none of those bottle cleaners for cleaning, okay? I usually say just in the shower, take some sort of like antimicrobial soap and wash gently around it. You're not trying to get in the hole, just around the piercing, and then rinse it off really well in the water before you get out of that shower, okay? So you don't want to leave any soap or shampoo or conditioner or anything like that on the piercing. You want to rinse all that off really, really well. Usually about 20 seconds holding your head under the water is a really good amount of time, okay? And then lastly, make sure you're properly cleaning it with like a saline spray. Saline spray or saltwater sprays, or even a saline soak or a saltwater soak. Those are probably hands down the best and most efficient way to clean these piercings. I prefer the saline sprays nowadays. Saline sprays are awesome because they're so easy to do, which means you're actually gonna do it. And you wanna do it twice a day, so morning and night. So I would spray on the front and back, morning and night, okay? Super easy, super simple. I really like, as far as the jewelry sizing, to start these things out with like a 16 gauge 5/16 or a 14 gauge 5/16 labret stud. That's gonna be plenty of room for like the swelling and the healing and all that fun stuff. And then give it a month, maybe even 2 months. You gotta be honest with yourself, or have your piercer in your area help you decide if it's time or not to downsize. Drop it down to like a 1/4 inch or so, okay? So hopefully that helps you guys out, and you learned a lot about flat piercings today. So as always, you guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the like button below, and we'll see you guys next video, and stay tuned.